Hi, my name is Mia. Welcome to Scrubs and Savings. I'm a 21-year-old nursing student documenting my financial journey here on YouTube. And today we're going to do a little reset for August. So July was one of my highest earning months. So I got 9 cents in Apple cash back. I made $2,091.59 from my hospital job. A $5 refund from Chase, $31.02 in interest from my Ally high yield savings accounts and money market account, $475.74 from my doctor's office job, and I received a $150 cash gift from my brother for my birthday. For my spending, I spent $548.75. I spent $273.26 in my Treat People with Kindness category, which was about 50% of my spending. So that includes my normal giving. My next biggest expense was tickets to a concert that my partner and I are going to. Our anniversary is coming up, and one of our favorite artists is going to Chicago and on our anniversary, and we're going to go to that concert in the middle of the school year. It's a little presumptuous because I don't know when my clinical is going to be for the first half of the semester. It could be on Thursday, Friday, Saturday, or Sunday, and the concert is on one of those days. So hopefully it doesn't conflict with this plan. However, the ticket is fully refundable, so it's no big deal if we have to return the tickets. I Venmoed my dad $25 for his birthday present, which was just a football jersey. And then I got my preceptor for my nurse internship a gift card. My next highest category was my me category, which was 22% of my spending. I spent $73.35 on eating out. I got ice cream when we were celebrating the 4th of July. I got boba with a friend, and my partner and I went to one of the newest brunch places in our area, and it was absolutely delicious. And I'll be going back there for one of my friend's birthday this month, and I am so excited to do that. For activities, I spent $40.87. My partner and I went bowling, and then my friend and I celebrated my birthday by painting wine glasses and having a picnic in the park. So I spent $4.24 on getting the wine glasses and $12.71 on a paint sealant. And lastly, I got $8.50 for a cup of coffee when I was hanging out with a friend. My next highest spend category was YouTube. I paid $53.83 for my microphone, and I got charged my CapCut Pro membership twice on the 1st of July and the 31st of July, and I believe that the 31st was my payment for this month. I haven't gotten charged for another CapCut Pro subscription, so I believe that covers it for the month of August. For my health and fitness category, I spent $69.98. The majority being the 4 pounds of protein powder, which was $54.99. And then I paid $14.99 for my normal gym membership. And then I paid $8.98 for subscriptions. I paid $5.99 for my Spotify subscription and $2.99 for my iCloud subscription. For my savings, let's go back to July. I saved $50 for my Christmas gifts fund, $100 for my apartment fund, $70 for my car fund. I invested $1,600 in my brokerage account, $5 for my down payment fund. I did save $200 for travel. However, I'm going to show you the changes that I made to my budget. And then I also saved $41.70 for my emergency fund to round it up to a nice $1,100. As I said before, I made a couple of changes to my budget. I moved around my savings buckets. So I wanted to move my Christmas gifts fund into my treat people with kindness category because it kind of just makes more sense since it's along the lines of gift giving and giving. And then I recently read the book Die with Zero, and I decided to theme my savings buckets as what I want to do in the near future. So that includes moving out of my parents' house, paying off the car that I drive, as well as get married to my partner. I also made a new category group for travel. I put my travel fund in here, and then I also added categories for the trips that I will be going on. So I included the road trip that my partner and I are going on at the end of this month, the Chicago trip that I was talking about for that concert, as well as activities for when my family goes in the Philippines. And I also kind of planned out my partner and I's graduation trip. We decided to go on a road trip to Tennessee, which is super exciting. We may go with friends, so I'll go more over how I calculated the target that I set for August right now, actually, since it's August reset. So I calculated the expenses that I expect for the trip. So if it's just my partner and I that are going, I calculated that it would be about $1,800 for 2 people to go. And I mentioned this trip to a friend, and she said that she and her partner might go. So I also calculated it for if 4 people wanted to go on this trip and split it equally. And I estimated that it would be $600 for 4 people. I just watched Just Finance's most recent budget video, and Kaylee wants to go to the LA Olympics, and I am in the same boat. I just really want to watch Team USA Gymnastics, and that's it. I've also wanted to go to California, so the LA Olympics is kind of an excuse to go to California in 2028. I also funded the rest of my banana stand this month. As for my 2024 financial goals, for July, I made $181.11 in extra income, which put me over my target for $1,000 of making extra income this year, and I'm at $1,046.65. As I said before, I made $2,748.44, which put me at 94.56% of the way to my goal of making $15,000 in net income. So I should be reaching this goal by the end of this month, which is really exciting. I already maxed out my Roth IRA in January, and I contributed $1,600 to my brokerage account this month. As for my 50-30-20 budget rule split, I spent $548.75 on wants, which was 20.1%. I saved $570.01, which was 20.9%, and I invested $1,605, which was 58.9%, which is right where about I want my split to be. Lastly, for my net worth, I had $30.09 at the end of the month in both of my accounts there. I had $849.66 in my Chase checking account, $9,248.07 in my Ally High Yield Savings account. I had $1,105 in my Ally Money Market account, $8.03 in cash, $2,500 in my land in the Philippines, and for my investments, I had $19,411.66 in my Roth IRA, $13,738.05 in my brokerage account, and $46.78 in my down payment fund. So my total assets for July were $46,937.34, $11,240.85 being in cash, $2,500 being in physical assets, and $33,196.49 invested. So that was a monthly dollar change of $2,914.12 and a monthly 6.62% change. Then for my debts, I always pay off my cards in full and on time. So this was just the current balances before I had paid them off for the billing cycle. So I had $2.99 on my Apple Card, $62.32 on my Chase Freedom Student Card, and $151.99 for my Savor One Student Card. So my total liabilities were all in my credit cards, and that was $217.30. So my total net worth at the end of July was $46,720.04. So for my assets, I have 70.7% invested, 5.3% in land, and 23.9% in cash. As you can see here, this is the split between all of my accounts. And I had a cumulative change from the month of May of $5,131.42. Before I let Mia from 4 hours ago say her goodbyes, I gotta show you guys my actual budget for August. So I already have funded all of Treat People with Kindness except for my Christmas gifts fund, which I fund during the month. My subscriptions are all funded as well. My health and fitness category is also funded. These categories I fund throughout the month once I get my paychecks. As you can see here, the target looks a little different. Instead of the target being set aside $100 each month, I actually put the balance that I want to have by October 2026, which is around the time that I'm thinking I will move out of my house. And I just want to see how much that I have to put away each month to stay on track with that goal. I know it's unlikely that I will be able to stay on track with whatever YNAB needs me to put in. However, I'm going to put as much as I can throughout the rest of the summer and during the school year. So as of right now, to stay on track, I need $159.26 for my apartment fund and $162.13 for my car fund. And I already funded my wedding fund. I obviously haven't funded any of my investments for the month. And then for my discretionary spending category, I have it all funded, which is super exciting. I don't think I've ever had it all funded before, so I'm really happy about that. But unfortunately, I do have to, well, I don't need to go shopping, but I want to buy a couple of shorts before I go on our road trip. So I'm thinking of moving at least $15 from my hobbies fund to my clothing fund to get a couple of shorts that are more comfortable since I am growing out of the ones that I currently have. I believe that I went over my new travel category group and categories a few hours ago. And then for YouTube, I didn't fund my CapCut Pro subscription since I was already charged that on the 31st of July. And lastly, for my banana stand, I fully funded these little tiny funds, and then I did the same thing that I did for my car fund and my apartment fund. I set my goal of having $12,000 by October 2026, and it says I need $393.71 this month to stay on track. I don't believe that I'll be able to do that. However, I'll put as much as I can towards my goal of having $12,000 in my emergency fund. Well, that's it for me, and I'll say my goodbyes now. Thank you for watching this video all the way through. If you did, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.